Hello. It is Sunday morning, the 19th or 20th of August, and I have been felled by a shot in the bowels. Diarrhea has left me weakened, period. And in this state, I've been reading Ursula Le Guin's Tombs of Atuan, and been aware of aspects of the Tao that I haven't thought of in a long time. Our Chen Ren has come back to me. She is the matriarchal figure who came to the Golden Mountain with only her death shroud and the promise to pioneer the Tao. It was here that I met the Dian Chuanchurs and learned the first of the teachings of the Tao. Period. Of course, I received the Tao, very rare form of blessing. And, you know, the beloved never makes mistakes, so here I am. And in this state, I think I'm being called to return to the temple of the Tao in Fletcher, North Carolina, when I am present for my oldest boy's wedding. The Tao is such a force field, and in that force, the field is literally dying. The Tao is no more. This natural immensity that has been there for 5,000 plus years. The Tao was thousands of years old when Lao Tzu came with his teachings. The Tao finds those that it seeks. I never talk about it, and yet here I am today telling the story of me and the Tao. I received the Tao on a night when I was driving a friend to the airport to fly out of town, and he asked me, "Are you busy this evening?" And I said, "Not that I'm aware of." And he said, "Would you like to receive the Tao?" And I said, "Receive the Tao? How does one receive the Tao?" And he said, "You go to Fletcher, North Carolina, and there are 2 Dian Chuanchurs there waiting for you." And I said, "Who is a Dian Chuanchur?" He said, "Tao Masters. You can receive the Tao from them." So I went, and so I did, and the Dian Chuanchurs themselves were rather surprised that I was there. Certainly I was. But I came back, and I came back, and I came back. And pretty soon I was attending other kinds of gatherings of the Tao, workshops, you could call them, I suppose, for lack of a better word, but weekends, long weekends, when I would be in the presence of Tao masters, patriarchs, elders, ancient ones, in the form of teachings and energetics. There were young women who took on the presence of these beings that came because they had messages for those of us sitting in that room. I was never called out like some were, where they were told they had a role to play. I was allowed to be there, would be the best way to put it. They knew I was a man of faith, but perhaps not calling. to the Tao. And so I stayed as long as I could, and when I left, I wept. And at that point, two Dian Chuanchurs listened. One of them, Cheng Dian Chuanchur, who came from China to be there. Not for me, but for all of us. And I was told I was a man of good heart, and therefore it was okay to go. And so I did. And that's a story that I don't think I've ever told anybody. All right, God bless on a Sunday with my bowels healing up. God bless, God bless.